These shoes are very easy to run in for 4 reasons. 1, they feel so light on the feet. Number 2, they are sleek, minimal interaction with the wind. Number 3 is the bounce you get out of these shoes, which is super. Bouncing off immediately, you land on your feet, ready for you to take the next step. And then the 4th point is the excellent lockdown. These shoes feel like an extension of the feet, so you are able to achieve the same speed with less effort that you can do in so many other shoes out there. You can hardly find a big brand Western shoe between $150 to $200 that can give up to what these shoes are giving in terms of performance.
What I want to do today is to compare these shoes with the nicely cushioned non-plated shoes. This is the Fuel Cell Rebel V3, very bouncy. I'm just going to be doing alternating 1 mile in this, in the Adios Pro 3 and in the Fuel Cell Rebel V3. My total run today will be about 13 kilometers. I'll be running around this park. Each round around this park is 1.6 kilometers, which is approximately 1 mile. After each 1.6 kilometers, I'll change into any of these shoes to know exactly where these shoes fall. And then at the end of the run, I will complete my performance review of the shoes. Are these a pretty decent super shoe, or are they like any other regular daily trainer out there, So I guess I'll see you guys after the run.
So guys, the run has been dealt with, and as you can see here, fresh and ready to complete the full performance review of these shoes, the 361 degrees Flame 3.0. These shoes cost me $103, which is a decent sum. But what they have given me during the runs is very interesting. These are carbon-plated shoes advertised on AliExpress as marathon running super shoes. That's why I'm reviewing it in that angle. In my first look review of these shoes, I was really excited by them, and now I have had quite a bit of running in them, a cumulative of about 46 to 48 kilometers, and they have not really disappointed. The major brand Western shoes that I can truly compare the performance of these shoes with all cost more than double what I paid for this. So that's an interesting one. But one thing I have to let out there before I move on is that these shoes need a little bit of a breaking period. The more I got into these shoes, the better I began to like them. And by the time I've gone up to 20 kilometers, they have really become awesome. When you are first run, do not expect the best out of them. Give them a little time to soften out, to get the bounce out of them, and then of course, you will begin to enjoy these shoes. Let's start with the basic stacks. From the website, I gathered these have 36 millimeters of midsole stack in the heel with a 6 millimeter heel to toe drop. So the weight is 228 grams in men's US size 11, which is awesome. Super lightweight, 8 grams lighter than the Adidas Adios Pro 3. That's to tell you how light these shoes are. The feet, well, I will say that these shoes fit true to size. It's kind of narrow in the forefoot, but it is not uncomfortable in any way. But the only thing is that if your feet are just a little wide, then they may begin to get tight. The lockdown is excellent, and with the way this upper applies around the feet, it makes these shoes feel like an extension of the feet. No hint of a heel slip at all. It's got a nice heel belt for heel strikers. The arch support is not great at all. So now let's get to the run itself. How did these shoes perform on the road, which is the major reason that we are here today? Starting from the outsole, the grip was excellent. And next is the midsole. I found them to be softer than the Adidas Lightstrike Pro. These shoes felt softer than the Adios Pro 3, but not as soft as the Nike Zoom X or the Kiadon Kung Fu Pro, which I reviewed earlier. They were very comfortable in their own right. I found the cushion to be very adequate over a long distance run. And then I have to mention also that the upper are super breathable. If you look at it, of course, it's easy to tell. And they are soft and feel very comfortable around the feet. So much softer than the upper you find in the Sen 9 and the Adios Pro 3. And then their response, the energy return from these shoes are fantastic. Almost as good as the bounce that I got from the Adios Pro 3 also. And when you couple it with their lightweight, then they become very good on the road. I did compare these shoes with very bouncy, non-plated shoes. The A6 Nusa Tri 15 and the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V3. These shoes are way out of their league in terms of performance. I also compared this with the Adidas Takumi Sen 9. Full performance of these shoes were way ahead of the Adidas Adizero Takumi Sen 9. The Adidas Adios Pro 3 was the one that I found to be marginally better in terms of the rebound. However, if you factor in that these are also 8 grams lighter and more sleek than the Adios Pro 3, this was right up there in terms of performance that I got out of this. The stability from these shoes is rather average, but it's not really much of a problem. The only other place which this shoe was not as good as I hoped was in the transitions from landing to toe off. So they kind of slapped the ground a little. The second area which I found the shoes also wanting was the arch support. The arch support wasn't really great. I would have appreciated some more support under the arch of the feet. The quality looks pretty decent to me. But then, only time and distance will tell us how durable these shoes are. Can I really go a marathon in these shoes? I think not, but I will gladly go a half marathon in them. For a full marathon, I would appreciate a little more midsole foam and a little more support under the arch of my feet because the marathon is very long. To summarize, I found these shoes to be exceptional in areas of weight, lockdown, and energy return. They were also great in overall comfort, average in stability and arch support. But they didn't do so well in terms of transition from landing to toe-off. But overall, I still feel this is a fantastic shoe to buy and run, especially if I factor in the price that I paid for these shoes. So guys, this is my experience running in these shoes. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and see you.